Hello, Goddess, and welcome to this week's Super Sign Sunday. I've been doing some cleaning and some organizing in my space, and I discovered I have this perfect little basket for all of the decks that I tend to use regularly currently. Makes for easy pull out. Books are there. I love organizing. Is kind of one of those things that I enjoy. I actually briefly did home organizing for a couple years as a potential business. It was a little exhausting, and that was kind of the thing that directed me to realizing that, boy, there's a lot of mindset that goes around organization, especially when it comes to hoarding. But that was a lifetime ago, and here I am now enjoying this that I get to do now, which is, well, more intuitive self-love empowerment. Welcome, my name is Rochelle Richard. Welcome to my channel here at YouTube, Empowerment Experiences, where we are healing twin flames all along that which is our self-love empowerment journey, which is comprised of law of attraction, manifestation, to mindset, to ascension journey, journaling, empaths, narcissists. There's so much that is the encompassment of the self. All right, we are many layered and multifaceted, as I like to say. So that is exactly why, for me, I embraced the title of a self-love empowerment coach. Because here's the truth, Goddess, in case you haven't gotten the memo, a twin flame journey is a self-love empowerment journey. And here with my empowerment messages, or often obviously called intuitive readings, I like to call them empowerment messages because that is my sole purpose. That is my mission, is to empower you along your journey. And therefore I bring forth messages of empowerment to achieve exactly that. And for this week's Super Sign Sunday, which something I'm kind of noticing, especially as of late, Super Sign Sunday kind of sets the precedent for the rest of the week in terms of, well, super signs, meaning they're big signs, you know, like your billboard signs that you're getting at the beginning of the week for kind of what's to come, right? That said, after an incredible afternoon of recording several content videos that I feel amazing about, so you'll definitely have to subscribe to my channel here and turn on the notification bell so you get notified when I have new videos coming out, including every Super Sign Sunday, which is published Saturday evening because I do Sign Off Sunday. And moving forward, I'm going to be really vigilant for myself in that. Sign Off Sunday means absolutely no network, no social media, none. I'm in my energy and my energy only. But Super Sign Sunday then is published Saturday evening at 7:17 p.m. And then Twin Flame Tuesday and Thankful to Thrive Thursday are both published on those corresponding days at 7:17 a.m. And that's Arizona time, which currently we are Pacific. Through the winter months, we shift to Mountain time. I don't understand why they do that to us, why Arizona doesn't change clocks, but almost every other state does, or I think it's just more of the matrix mind fuckery that we have going on. That said, I am very excited to hear what we have coming this week. We have been going and growing through so much, shifting so deeply into that surrender phase of the journey, right, Divine Feminines? That's exactly what we're doing, which means you're going to discover that you need your counterpart less and less and less. That is what it is to surrender. Surrender is to let go. It doesn't mean you give up. It means you let go of what you cannot control. You let go of trying to have power over something that you have no power over, which means you're giving power away too, and therefore it has power over you. Exciting times. Plus, I'm not sure what plus. So let's just dive in, shall we, and see what amazing messages of empowerment we have for this week. Hello, card number 1. Do we have anything else that wants to come out? Yes, we do. Well, looky here. Miracles, miracles, goddess, miracles are on the horizon. Miracles are on the way. Miracles are happening every day. You've just got to open yourself up to see them, to recognize them. Increase your awareness, so therefore you are aware of them, which means that you then in turn set your point of attraction for them. And whenever this card or the magic card come up, I have a mantra that I love to share. I know magic and miracles can happen and shift my life in a single moment, because they can. Right? I always like to go back to a person who wins the lottery, the jackpot. You want to talk about a perceived miracle or something magical in that moment where everything changed, everything in that moment, except for, of course, the mindset and the beliefs, which is why usually people who win the lottery end up broke a year later, is because they haven't done the shadow work, right? They haven't reframed the stories about money, about their worthiness, about people in their lives, anything that is contradictory to an abundant state of being, right? Because whatever you tune to, whatever you set your point of attraction to, that is what you experience. That is what you attract into your life. And right now, goddesses, man, miracles are happening and are waiting to happen. They're on their way. You've got to allow them to happen, right? By getting out of your own way, okay? Being your own best friend. That is so often when this card comes up for me in my readings and my messages for all of you, is again from the perspective of a self-love empowerment journey. You've got to be your own best friend first, goddess. You've got to be the one loving you first before you're really going to allow others to truly love you. And this especially goes for your divine masculine. If you are not truly cultivating that love within yourself, for yourself, and therefore giving love to and receiving love from, that receiving is the thing, right? Then how can you receive the love from your counterpart? How can you receive the miracles in this entire experience right now? They are lined up for you, goddess, lined up. So you've got to be your own best friend and allow yourself to receive them. Allow yourself to receive the love, to receive the abundance, to receive the wealth, to receive your manifestations, because you fucking deserve it. Right? You've got to stop telling the story about you not being good enough, about anything and everything that is contradictory to you being your own best friend, and rather you're being your own worst enemy. I hear Abraham right now. You don't get in the way of each other's realities. You only get in the way of your own reality. Meaning, the only person who ever stops you from having the experience that you desire is you. The only person who blocks miracles, who blocks the inspired thoughts, who chooses not to follow your inspiration, not to follow your passion, is you. This is why I say get out of your own way and be your own best friend, right? Have that courage, find your brave to allow yourself to receive what you desire. Find your brave that allows yourself to be who you've always wanted to be strong, to be confident, to be happy, to be joyful, to be loving, to feel loved. It does take courage, goddess. It takes courage because it is out of the comfort zone, meaning it's not familiar. That's the only thing that defines the comfort zone for the ego. It's not that it's actually comfortable. It's only comfortable because it's familiar. And the ego loves familiar. It does not matter if it feels good. It feels good to the ego because it's familiar. But don't you really truly want to feel good? Don't you really truly want to be witness to so much magic and miracles in your life? Well, find your brave to be your own best friend, to put yourself first. All right? In your experience, because, and here's the thing, Goddess, you have to love you more, right? I was saying I love me more years ago as part of my coaching practice is I love me more. You have to find the courage within yourself to love you more than any bullshit story that your own mind is going to tell you, that anybody else is going to tell you. You have to love you more than that story. You have to love you more than the fear that is working so hard to sabotage you. You have to love you more than what, again, that ego, that worst enemy aspect is trying to do to you. And that's the word try, because you can take your power back from that and you can decide to be your own best friend by cultivating that self-love every single day through practices and techniques and healing. And there's so much for you, Goddess. And the only one who is blocking all of that, from flowing in, wow, I went to grab for this, is you. You're the one that's got to break the cycles. You're the one that's got to break these patterns by tuning in to you. Really checking in with yourself. Does this feel good? Is this supporting me? Right? Really tuning in to your body and being your best friend. Putting your needs first. And recognizing that you cannot put anything, you cannot pour into anybody else's cup if your cup is empty. You have nothing to pour. So, find your brave and be your own best friend and fill that cup so full that it overflows into those around you, because you are a goddess, you are a self-love goddess, you are a twin flame goddess, and it is your purpose here to be love, to anchor the light and amplify love here. That's why you're here, but that love has to begin within you. True love begins within, from where it expands outward to envelop, encompass, and embrace those around you. Fill your cup so full that it overflows into those around you. This is a goddess. A goddess is one who leads by example. A goddess is an embodiment of strength, of love, of confidence, of self-trust. And you are a goddess. You may have to remove a few layers to reveal that to yourself, but I assure you, dear sweet goddess, a goddess is what you are. It is what you are. Ooh, I like my little basket here. I really like my little basket here. See, and just like I've been talking about lately, all of those kinds of things, when you're in that, I love what's it? Milk it. That's what Abraham says. Milk it. And like right now, I'm just like, oh my goodness, I love, because I got the book here, the books, and just love, just like I love my nails. I had to mention those again. I get them touched up next week. But they are growing faster and faster and faster because they are happier, healthier, and happier than they have ever been. And they just get more and more so. And like I've said, tune in, because this could feel miraculous to me after I had the other gal who destroyed my nails with the gel that I didn't know gel. I've learned a lot this past year. Let me tell you about gel. And just being in that space though of appreciation and going, oh my gosh, thank you for the miracle, for the magic of being able to watch my nails go from traumatized to healed, to happy and healed. And I just, oh my gosh, I'm so ecstatic about it. Being my own best friend, right? Acknowledging that, again, that other person was not the one for me in terms of her method and how she did this. But I loved myself enough to find someone else who does resonate with that. And that's, again, your thing here is to recognize that you are a goddess, right? And amplify that beauty, even if it is in that moment to go, oh my gosh, I love that. And again, amplify the things that feel good. Like, oh, I love my basket. I love this basket idea. It's so perfect, you know, and I put my little bag, my little pouch of angel numbers, which we'll be getting to. I'm loving integrating the angel numbers here. But that said, again, it's being my own best friend. This is what it looks like, goddess. It may be small, but just as my beloved twin flame really amplified for me on our trip to Goa, when I had yet to experience actual Indian samosas in India. I mean, I've had homemade Indian samosas here by Indians, but he made sure he kept that promise. And I didn't know he was doing it when he had the driver pull over. As we were going to the airport, he just asked the driver in Hindi to pull the car over. I didn't realize that's what he was asking him, of course. And he gets out and he goes up to one of the shops, and I'm thinking, I don't know, I just was like, okay, whatever. And so I go to fiddle with something in my lap, and next thing you know, here he comes, crawls back in the car, and he reaches over and he sets something in my lap, and it's warm, it's something warm in a plastic thing, and it smelled so good. And I look in there and they were samosas. And I look to him and I just smile, and he smiles, and I go, and I'm like, thank you. And I tell him it's always the little things that turn into the big things. And that is one of my most priceless memories from our time together, is something that would be perceived to be little, but has become so massive, so profound. Just as bit by bit, you coming out of that cave. This is what it is to be that goddess. Goddess is to break the cycles, to tune into yourself, and really be stepping into that power of self-expression, of being you. The miracle of you, being your own best friend, finding your brave, tapping into the courage within you to be that, to tune into your body, to break the cycles that are sabotaging you and keeping you playing small, to finally rise and thrive into that goddess self that you truly are. Oof, Super Sign Sunday is, it's good today. I'm loving this. What else? Okay, all right. Here we go. We've got, what else do we have? You are not alone. Ancient ancestors are behind you, or are beside you. My mistake, beside you. You are also, the behind you comes because to remind you that you are being supported, right? You are surrounded by a team, especially as we continue further and further along this journey of ascension. You have your entire soul team is with you right now, because it's so vital where we are in this ascension journey. Your entire team is with you, but you, in order to feel them, you've got to get out of your own way. Stop telling yourself that you're alone. Stop telling yourself that there's nobody there, that you don't have support. Right? Be your own best friend. And by you supporting yourself and allowing yourself to be supported, that is exactly how you're going to recognize that you are supported, because you're tuning into that. Ooh, warrior woman, goddess. It said, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? I like to ask the question in present tense, being that you have no reason to be afraid, being that you are courageous, What are you ready to do? Knowing that you have no fear, what would you like to do, Goddess? What would you like to experience? All right, let's see. We may leave that deck out for a momentito. Sacred Forest is where I am being called right now. Let's see if we have, oh, and there is no if. It is, yes, we do have. We have right here, right now, journey of expansion, which is very much the journey of ascension. You are expanding. You are growing and growing and growing. It is a going and growing journey. You are going and growing into deeper understanding, creating a deeper connection with yourself. You are, again, being your own best friend, right? You're breaking the patterns and tuning into yourself and allowing yourself to expand by allowing yourself to receive the miracles, by allowing yourself to be your own best friend. Again, allowing, Goddess. Because if you're not in allowing, you're in resistance. Period. You're either in allowing or you're in resistance. And the key is to find your courage, to find your brave, to allow the love, to allow for the divine unfolding, to allow for yourself to be supported, to allow for you to be you, to know that you are fully supported, to know that you are a fucking goddess. You are a light warrior. You have been activated. And the further along you go, the more and more activated you become. It activates dormant gifts. There is no such thing as junk DNA. You are being activated right now. That DNA is being reactivated in the human collective, which means you are going to discover superhuman gifts, because that's what this junk DNA is. It's a lie. The universe didn't create junk, Goddess. That is an ego perception. Ego perception. Activation. You know, honestly, I'm feeling like we need the book on that. There's just something about that card. 36, activation. Spirit guardian of spring. Daffodils are surfacing through the dark, rich soil. Tiny green buds are busting forth on every tree as a cacophony of birdsong fills the air. Flowers are bursting into bloom, and there is a wild scampering through the forest as creatures large and small revel in the glorious energy of spring. A new cycle has begun again. Oh, the cycles card. I'm just like, I love this. Do not hesitate. The time is now. Take action. It's okay if you are hesitant or even afraid. Face that fear and do it anyway. Find your brave. There are times to pull back and think carefully before every action, but this is not one of those times. Forge forward with courage and certainty. A new beginning awaits you. You might experience some chaos or turmoil, but that is all part of this exciting time of activation. Do not allow upheaval to disrupt your forward trajectory. Be courageous and forthright. Make your decisions swiftly and with confidence, and then act on them with steely resolve. Again, come out of the cave, Goddess. Declare your desires. Own your truth. In ancient times, people employed springtime ceremonies to clear out the old and invite in the new. And something that we do, that I love to do in my coaching collective, is our manifesting moon rituals. I have an entirely downloaded, divinely inspired, divinely guided, complete moon cycle ritual process, where there's a new moon ritual, a fuck fears full moon ritual, and all this beautiful, glorious shadow work and, intentional manifestation work that you do as a part of that complete process. Creating new cycles, breaking old cycles. So yeah, Spring was seen as a time of new life, seeds sprouting, eggs hatching, animals giving birth, and new beginning. Spring also refers to hope, renewal, growth, youth, and love. And ceremonies were done to honor this transition in life. The guardian of spring says, get ready. Big changes are ahead. Things that have been incubating are now coming to life. A profound transformation is ahead. Take risks. Again, find your brave. Come out of the cave. Oof. Keep going. Prepare for this time of upheaval, fluctuations, and renewal, and the end result will be glorious. Now, by prepare, that means to recognize, to acknowledge that it's going to happen, that you're ready for it, that you accept the challenge, goddess, because you are a warrior woman. I'm hearing the Simba thing, and of course I think of one of my my feline leukemia virus positive kittens I had. He was the second to transition in that litter, Theodore Maxwell. He was very much my fire kitty. It's a whole story I'm working on, but I digress. He reminded me of Simba. When Simba would say danger, I laugh in the face of danger. Ha 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 ha. Because technically, goddess, if you put things really into perspective for yourself and you allow yourself to be your own best friend, you find that brave to see this perspective that just being alive is a risk. Let me say that again. Just being alive is a risk. You can get struck by lightning sitting on your couch. I know this for a fact because in my hometown in Kansas, that shit happened. Okay? So really the question is that you need to be asking is not what do you have to lose, but what do you have to gain by saying 2 teardrops in a bucket, fuck it, let's do this shit. Huh? Let's do this. Right? Let's own this journey of expansion. Let's say whoop whoop, bring it, because I am here to learn, grow, expand, and ascend. Because you are, goddess. You have been activated. Success is guaranteed. I mean, it is. It's guaranteed. There really isn't much you have to do except to know that you're already successful, that it already is. Because guess what? Your soul graduates. You do. You make it out of this earth realm at some point or another, right? But I assure you, you keep going down this path and success is a guarantee. And by that path, by if you keep going on this path, I mean your path. Allow yourself to define what success even looks like, goddess. I encourage you to do that, right? Clarify what success actually looks like, right? Be your own best friend and allow yourself to see all the ways that you have been and are successful in your journey thus far. Your self-love empowerment journey, your twin flame journey. Now is the time to allow yourself to see all the ways that you're already a success. Ooh, letting go of that which you can no longer control, being your own best friend by letting go of things that are no longer serving you, right? Breaking these cycles by tuning in and saying, how do I feel right now? Okay, then what am I thinking about? What am I focusing on? Ooh, that doesn't feel good to do that. So I'm gonna be my own best friend and I'm gonna stop focusing on that. I'm gonna stop giving my attention to that because I don't have power over it. So I'm gonna let it go. And this very much goes for your twin flame connection. We've been talking about reaching that space of surrender where you are letting go. And this is what is happening right now, goddess. As you experience more and more of not needing him, that is the integration of you surrendering, of you letting go of where you do not have power, of what you cannot control. That's exactly, and how beautiful, wow, that we have gotten the spirit guardian of summer, spring, and autumn, and wow. purification, right? As you go through this journey of ascension, you are being purified. The dark night of the soul is your purification. Any bit of your expansion is about purification. It's about releasing that which is not you. The illusions that you have been taught to believe about yourself, about love, about your twin flame, about men, relationships, any facet of your experience, you are being purified. That is what the fugly shower cry is about. That is what so much of this painful healing is about, is the cleansing of these infections within you, so the wounds can be healed, and then you're cleansed, you're purified. You're no longer infected with something that is separating you from your power, right? Clearing away all the muddy water, all the mud that's in the water, right? Being purified, right? Because as you continue on this journey of ascension, as you continue to align yourself with union within, and therefore union, physical harmonious union with your twin, right? You are shedding all of the things that are potholes, right? That are landmines that can actually wreak havoc within you and in turn in your connection. So this is why for this Super Sign Sunday, again, that focus is on you being your own best friend and taking it bit by bit by bit, finding your courage to go into that minefield and say, hey, okay, I know I've got some cycles to break. I know I've got some shit that is actually knocking me out of my goddess power, my warrior woman state of being, my fearlessness, right? And I'm not actually being my own best friend. So now it is time again to be your own best friend and allow for these things to fall away, right? Allow, surrender to you, your purification journey, which again is seriously this state of dropping, again, that which is weighing you down, that which is a burden, so that you can continue your ascension journey, right? To cleanse you of anything that is out of alignment with that 5D New Earth energy. That's exactly what this purification is about. Woo! Let's see what we have for our angel numbers, which I totally, again, am totally loving doing these. You have to go check out the deeper details, the images that I do post on my Instagram at Healing Twin Flames. I do also have an original Instagram account, Empowerment Experiences, but I do tend to post all of these empowerment messages on my Healing Twin Flames IG account with the angel numbers and such. I'm really shaking this. I'm really mixing it all up. So let's see what we got. Oh, looky here. Looky here. What have we got? What have we got? Let's drop this baby back here. Okay. Drum roll. 333, baby. And how I love this, because 333 is that ascended master number. So the support, right? The support from ancestors and your spirit guides, you know, they are with you. Now, here's the thing though, is you have free will. All right. It is also your free will right to give your power away. And this is what we've actually been, our free will has been usurped by the Matrix through fear-based conditioning. And that is, fear is the easiest way. Trust me, I know from my former drug dealer pimp, let me tell you, or any, you know, or my psycho ex when I was 19, fear is the easiest way to manipulate somebody into giving away their power, right? But here's the thing is, your guides, your ancestors, anybody who is guiding you in the spirit realm cannot step in on your behalf unless you ask. You have to ask to receive. The spirit realm does not intervene without your permission. Unlike the Matrix. The Matrix is all about controlling you. Right? Source recognize that you do have that free will choice. That soul, that choice to experience what you experience, because you've got to learn what you've got to learn. And looky there, 2, 3, 4, which is baby steps, baby steps, baby steps, taking it one step at a time. And there I am hearing New Kids on the Block, step by step. I think I hear that nearly every time I get 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, baby, gonna get to you, girl. Okay, I'm totally singing off key. I know this, man. Okay, so let's just see what we have for angel numbers. I do want to see them on the actual descriptives. I'm so grateful that I made all of these, which again, you can go to my Instagram and you can share these around, copy them, whatever, repost them. You have my complete permission to do that. But 2, 3, 4, step by step, getting in the flow. 2, 3, 4 is flow. Now is the time to make it a priority to organize your life. How beautiful that I actually started this session by pointing out my little basket and how I was all of a sudden inspired to kind of organize a few things and clean some things up, because I have quite a few projects that I'm working on, programs, courses that I'm recording, because it is my intention to, have as many of my content out there as, recording, so you can do it at your own pace. Because I know, we all have kind of crazy schedules, right? But trust everything is divinely falling into place, right? Trusting that miracles are unfolding, trusting that the miracle of your experience. Number 2 is for teamwork, right? Because you have a whole team supporting you. Number 3 is for support. There it is, the support. Number 4 is for that solid foundation. Right? You are creating for yourself in your journey a solid foundation. Okay? Because you've got to be anchored into your power when you and your counterpart are in union. Right? Again, you cannot expect him to be completing you. You have to be fully in your power. You cannot be attached or dependent upon him in that way. That is ego. That is third dimension. Twin flame mirroring, aligning union energy. That again is this 2, 3, 4. Represents increase, growth, and abundance. We have growth again, development, encouragement, and motivation in fulfilling your twin flame mission, your soul purpose. Finding your brave to be your own best friend and step into that twin flame mission for yourself, to feel empowered, to be in your soul purpose, because that is you coming into union within yourself, and therefore that is the very thing that is going to be aligning you for physical harmonious union with your twin, because you are in your power within. 333, again, light worker message, time to shine, right? Come out of the cave. Ascended masters are with you. You are a master in training. Recognize abilities within you. Live your truths. I love how these just amplify. Live your truth, stepping into that true goddess self that you are. Creativity, alignment, inspiration, faith in humanity and the world. Clarify your desires. Specificity is key. Spiritual awakening. And look, encouragement and assistance. Ask for help. Again, to reiterate that you've got to ask to receive. You've got to ask for the archangels, the angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors, for anybody to step in on your behalf. You've got to ask. I know for me, I spend so much, and sometimes I still fall into this. I'm not gonna deny it. I spent so much saying, you never supported me. Where were you when I was being raped, when I was being assaulted, when I was going through all of this? Where were you? Why did you abandon me? When in actuality, I was never taught to ask the spirit realm for help, right? And so what happens is we fall into that victim mentality and we point the finger of blame without recognizing that, again, that power was always within us. And this is why I've come to know that wherever your finger is pointing, that's where your power is going. So if you turn that finger around, and especially if you notice that 3 of your fingers are pointing at you, technically that is where your power is. Turn the other one around, and then you recognize that, again, all your power is in you. You're the one that's telling that story for it to be that way. So it's time again for you to tell a new story, for you to be your own best friend and recognize that anywhere your finger is pointing is where your power is going. So when you can turn that finger to inside you and recognize then that the power is within you, that you've had this power this whole time. And now again, don't beat yourself up, because it's not fair that you get information now, but you use it against your old versions of yourself. That's not fair. That is not you being your own best friend, right? It is going, oh shit, it's I learned then what happens if I tell the story this way. So you know what? Now I can recognize that I can tell the story however I desire to experience my experience. And therefore, that's when I'm aligning for myself. That's what I then get to experience, is to recognize that I'm the one that's had the power. I'm the one that can ask for help and receive it. Right? Whew. This was awesome. I'm feeling good. How about you, Goddess? You feeling good? Again, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, be sure to turn that little notification bell on. And I love to hear your feedback, aha moments, things that resonate with you, where you are in your journey, anything and everything that you are intuitively inspired to leave that message. Or at the very minimum, I truly appreciate if you just drop a couple of emojis that, create your own little emoji signature. Let me know you stopped by so I can say hi. How are you? Because I definitely reply to every comment, unless like YouTube does something weird, because this has happened before where someone would comment something and I'm trying to tap on it, but it won't let me have the comment. So I'm not sure WTF is up with that. However, it is my intention. Every comment that I'm able to, I reply to, I like it, unless I don't like it, but no. I love it. And heart it, there's a little heart there that I click on. And that said, again, I appreciate you so much, Goddess. You are truly a gift, a blessing, and you are really the inspiration and motivation that keeps me going each and every day, to not give up on my soul purpose like my ego often wants me to do, wants me to crawl back into this cave, right? Wants me to say, fuck finding my brave. I'm just gonna cower away and be my own worst enemy, rather than be my own best friend and allow myself to do what I love to do, to be in the energy that I love to be in, which is exactly this. Therefore, I am here for you, Goddess. All of the ways that I can support you, you can access on my website at empowermentexperiences.com. I am going through some more I have plenty more web updates to be doing. But that said, empowermentexperiences.com takes you straight to my links to empowerment page, where you will find all this beautiful stuff, all these ways that you can connect with me, that you can access free gifts, you can access energy exchange support. I'm here for you, Goddess. I'm here to be reminding you, to be empowering you to discover that the power to create any life you desire is in your hands. Because, sweet sister, it has always been inside you. Namaste.